Hey guys, this is Kelsey from Briar Farm. I'm bringing you with me today. I think Laramie's, she's our goat who had a broken leg. She's had a splint on. She's been kicking around with her friend Reese for a couple weeks now without the splint on. And I think these girls are ready to go back with the rest of our doe herd. So I'd like to reintegrate them. So it's pretty simple. I'm just going to open the gate and supervise for a little bit just to make sure Laramie's holding her own just fine. Remember, goats are herd animals with a hierarchy, so it's going to take a little bit of shuffling around for the next couple days. They'll be bumping heads and figuring out their dominance hierarchy, which is all totally normal, healthy goat stuff. We've never had any injuries from that kind of stuff here on our farm. I'm sure it's happened somewhere, but I'll keep an eye on it just to make sure she's doing fine. But this is a happy day, right? This is what we've been looking forward to doing since Laramie did break her leg. So let's set up the camera and release the goats. What do you think, girls? You ready to come play? Mama. Oh, Reese PC and Laramie. What do you think, Reese? The big goats even noticed the other two little girls in here. Everyone's so excited to have fresh green stuff to eat. Yet to notice the interlopers. Fawn, did you see your baby? So now that the girls are grazing in this new paddock and they're distracted, I'm gonna sneak over and close up the gate on the other hill paddock that they've been grazing on. So our does have 3 paddocks that we let them graze on, and then 1 dry lot where we just feed them, and we rotate them around as a way to help manage the feed, which is really just supplemental. We don't have enough pasture set aside for the goats to be their only food source in the summer, but that's okay, they do just fine. But we like to give them fresh green stuff to munch on when we can, and then we also need to rotate the pastures to mitigate problems with parasites. I'll do another video about goat parasites soon, so subscribe for that. There's a whole lot of interesting ecology that goes along with it. But this is one paddock right behind our barn. And then we have a gate down here, so the bottom side, we can keep goats on or off of it as we like to. So these are 2 paddocks. And then our bucks, of course, are just on the other side of the fence. There's Jimmy standing. Hi, Jimmy. He's such a character. Alright, and I'll take you with me while I go shut the gate off from the third paddock that they've been grazing on for the last week and a half. So when you're rotating paddocks for grazing, the goal is to move your animals off when the forage is just about 4 inches tall. So when the grass is less than 4 inches, that's where most of the parasites hang out. So I've got a sea of lamb's quarter stems. They've nibbled off all the leaves, and the grass down below that is about 4 or 5 inches. So now's a good time to close this one off. We'll let this one rest. Probably try and rest it for at least 3 weeks before we let the goats back onto it. Now I gotta find where Mike put the gate. Alright, there you have it. It's not pretty, but it functions, barely. That's how you know I built it, not Mike. But we'll keep the goats off of here for about 3 weeks. Hopefully that'll be enough time for the grass to grow back up. If not, we'll keep them off longer. Oh, and this area here where it's all sand, this is the dry lot. So this is where we can just contain the goats if we need to and just feed them all hay. It's also where they spend most of the winter because my goats are D-buds and they don't like to touch snow or wet with their toes. I wondered if she'd do that. Did you see Reese just tried to nurse off Fawn? I'll be interested to see if she takes it back. Reese's been separated from her mom for almost 2 months now, since I put her in to keep Laramie company. She remembers. What do you think, Fawn? How generous are you? What do you think, Pamela? You're pretty dope. Willoughby. You got something to say, Karen? She's more of a people person than a goat person, aren't you, Karen? She's the first goat we ever brought home. There's a good girl. I love her. Alright, well, show's over, folks. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe so you can find out more about how we run things here on Sweet Briar Farm. Thanks, guys.